Well, good morning, folks. It is Saturday, and I figured I'd do something I haven't done in a while, which is make a vlog. So today, I'm actually going to be on a road trip, and we'll be doing a couple of things, and bringing my friend Chris along. So who knows what we'll get up to. Figured if anything happens, if there's anything actually interesting, then I'll film it. Probably gonna be going to a Best Buy or a GameStop or maybe a couple of Best Buys, depends on how things go. And then get some mac and cheese, and then pretty much whatever happens in between there, see if I can capture on video. So with that, just letting the Escape defrost here a little bit. It's almost done. It's not actually that icy out. It's actually about 36, 38 degrees outside right now, which is not too cold. So it's actually making light work of that windshield. And I bet you the back is pretty much already melted. Yep, easily enough. So, yep, I got my snow tires checked and checked the pressures because I'm going to be driving like 120 something miles one way and back. So, got to make sure that the car is good to go. And I did all the other checks, of course, off camera just because I wanted to get them done before I pulled out the camera and to go pick up Chris. So, with that, I guess we'll hop in the car here and we'll go pick him up to see if he's ready to go. Set about this time. It's about, well, let's see what my watch says, about 9:15 or so right at the moment. You can't really see it because obviously my coat's covering it, whatever. So we'll just go get her done. And I got a funny idea actually, and he's gonna only see this after I make this video, of course, but I have a funny joke. When I roll up to his house, I'm gonna use my other device here. I'm gonna plug it into the car, and then I'm gonna start playing this "Here Come Dat Boy" thing. It's a funny joke anyways. So that's what I think I'm gonna go ahead and do when I go over there. So, all right, I'm freezing outside. I'm gonna get in here. Okay, so here's the setup. I just honked. So, got Apple Music playing because, you know, YouTube Music is not gonna work until, you know, I pay for YouTube Premium or whatever. So, all right, hit play.
That bullshit, what up? Here come that bullshit, what up? Here come that bullshit, what up? Here come that bullshit, what up? Watch him rollin', watch him go. 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 He be rollin' down the street. He be rollin' to the beat. He be rollin' down the street. He be rollin' to the beat. Watch him roll.
Oh, fuck. Hey, Chris. You should get a copy of TurboTax so you can do your don't taxes.
Yeah, pretty much.
So just a slight update here. So we're in the worst buy here down in, what the hell is this location name? Tanston Beach or whatever down here in North Portland. So we're just doing some stuff. I got a trade-in done here. So we're just goofing around at this point before I do my ultimate meme purchase or whatever. Well, actually it's pretty a daily thing. So we're just kind of goofing around at this point. I was like looking at mice, and then he's possibly gonna go look at some games, and I'm gonna follow along suit because, well, might as well kill some time since we're here. Made the drive. Oh, hey, look, the console you can't buy. Right. Gold edition steelbook, and it's $110. Holy crap.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Love the do not inventory sticker on the side.
Right. We've got that on a lot of stuff.
Yep.
Freaking Chris. Have vibration.
Yeah.
This is why you don't buy the official one. Because the Power A one is it's got all the same stuff, and it's only $90.
Nice.
Oh, but it's not wireless.
Right. Oh, gotta do the obligatory nice degrees Fahrenheit.
It really is.
Oh man, Amogus.
There's nothing I'm like, oh my god, I can't live with that.
Oh my god. Oh my god. PlayStation 4. That old meme. Oh man, I wonder who has one of those. Oh man, I wonder who has one of those. Couldn't be me. I mean, the screen does look good, I'm not gonna lie. I do like the OLED switch, but it's like Nintendo just released a new one already. Like, come on.
Yeah, it's been, they released the OLED, but it's already been out for like 2 years.
Yeah. Oh man, friggin' AirPods Pro. Actually, those are on sale too. Not bad. You'll, what is that? MagSafe over there, because of course it is. What else they got? It's like a Apple Watch demo unit there. And this is probably just another Apple Watch demo unit. Yep, sure enough it is. Interesting. What's over here? Oh man, it's the mini LED iPad. We'll say, actually, that screen looks pretty decent. Not gonna lie. Of course, it doesn't pick up the high refresh rate on screen, but you know, whatever. All right, time to get a copyright strike because, well, Samsung demo. But dang, some of the screens in here actually are pretty dang good. How about this Sony OLED? We'll say that actually looks pretty good. Of course, I don't have a fancy OLED TV at home, so this is all fancy stuff to me because, well, I can't afford it. It does look good though, I'm not gonna lie. That is a gorgeous picture. Anyways, lots of nice things in here. There's another, is this a mini LED? I'm not sure what this is. No, it's another OLED. It says on the label there. I'm just dumb. Good picture though, nice and sharp. Anyways, getting distracted. So this one is pretty decked out. We got the Luna background and then, or it's like Bliss, and then the Luna taskbar blue. And then there's just the UAC thing that's just having a good time down there. Just comes and goes. It's good. You know, Windows 11 quality. What'd you find over here? Meme?
I was just looking at these.
Find a meme?
Oh yeah, I was looking for one of these that would actually be worth it. But so far I haven't found anything that actually has a graphics card.
I don't think you're going to find some over here that are out of the GPU, unfortunately.
Right. I don't know, kind of like the Asus.
I think if anything, you just get that Asus because it's got the full-fledged 12400. And the thing about that is it's a standard motherboard to my knowledge, or it's standard enough that you can swap out the power supply with something different. And they're actually not too bad. They're not like an HP or whatever. I wonder if that HP's got a discrete GPU. I know sometimes they include those, but probably not on that spec.
You gotta get a monitor riser that also has USB ports.
That actually
would. Cool.
That's actually kind of cool. I actually like that.
I don't know if it's that cool though.
I mean, I paid $100 or whatever for like the little stand that went under my Mac Mini M1 back when I had that.
Fair enough.
And that did something similar. It had the USB A's and the USB-C pass-through and such.
All right.
Yep, that's definitely a thing you can get on a Celeron all-in-one. They just had to show the demo of the omens, because of course they do. Anyways, well, I'm gonna see if I can. Oh. We want to hear from you. You probably don't want to hear from me. That thing is tiny.
That's such a weird. The stand's just on one side.
Yeah, I know. It's otherwise just like floating. It's tiny. See, the port's in the monitor and then the back of this unit. I think they're on the monitor or something like that. It's really tiny though.
And lightweight.
Pretty much. What is this machine? Interesting. Oh, it's probably got 8 gigs of solder memory. I bet you that's exactly why that's so cheap. But Ryzen 7 with the MX450. I mean, I don't know.
Your new mouse for your computer. The Arc mouse.
No. I think I'll pass. See that white one there in the middle? That one was actually one I was considering too, because I've had one before, but it was an NVIDIA model. Actually, I remember my first G14 was the Ryzen 9 4900HS, and it was the...
I think it's this one right here.
I think it is this one. Yeah, come to think of it.
It's this one right here.
That's the one. All right.
Well, at least the Asus you were looking at.
Yeah, that was the one that I was considering getting.
Because this is the one that has the...
QHD.
Yeah.
QHD 165 Hz and the 3060 and the Ryzen 9. That screen is nice, though, not going to lie.
I like the look of this.
I like the dark finish.
I am kind of disappointed about the kind of matte plastic finish, but yeah, that's about to be expected. Yeah, it's got 16 gigs, the 9600 HS, and if you bring up...
The Windows key's probably locked. It's a function key you can do or something.
And now you bring this thing up, and you look down here, and you got...
Radeon graphics.
Yep. And you got a 3060.
Nice.
QHD screen. See, that's the one I'd go for.
Yeah. I'm still going to ask him about the, what was it, the Tough Dash I was looking at. I wanted to check that out if they could pull it out of open box. And this is probably the Legion Slim 7, I think. Or no, Legion 5 Pro, that's what it is.
Yeah. The slim one.
I do like the...
This would have been the slim one.
Yeah, that makes sense. I do
love the Legion, man.
I do love the look of that. I like the thinner bezels. That gives you a 16:10 screen. That looks so dope.
Right.
Like, honestly, I like the look of that. It's pretty slick.
Yeah. I like the look of the Legion. They just didn't have one that was worthwhile.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I was looking at this one too. I decided not to do it, but actually no, that was the one I was also looking at. But I was also looking at that too. But the GPU on that one kind of holds itself back a bit, even though, yeah, it is a nice thin and light. Which, yeah, whatever. But this is one I was looking at too. It had a 3060, but it was a 17-inch. So this was another one that I was on my list. So I guess I shall set my stuff down and then elbow him. And then what's this one like? Okay, trackpad. Yeah, right, the natural keyboard. Touchpad on first impressions feels all right. Feels pretty good. Let's see if I can notepad it up here or something. Or do they not allow you to open up notepad? Oh, it was just being slow. Okay, figures. A typical Intel thing. Likes to not work until it decides to work. Yeah, let me see here. I'm typing awfully, but that's okay.
The quick fox jumps over the lazy brown dog. Or jumped over, I don't remember.
Something like that.
Peter Piper picked a pickle peppers.
Yeah, right.
Pack of pickled peppers, Peter Piper picked.
Keyboard feels pretty decent. Trackpad feels pretty decent. And screen looks pretty good, I'd say.
For 1080p, I think.
For 1080p, yeah. This was the 1080p 144 hertz one, wherever settings was. Yeah, 1080p and then 144 hertz.
Yep.
It's not a bad looking machine. 100 watt hour battery would be pretty nice too. Not gonna lie.
E-machine.
It is definitely an e-machine. It's actually IIISI.
Yeah. Or just like the DP laptops.
Yeah, the DY.
Or the DY laptops.
Hey, Chris.
What?
This app can't open, unfortunately. Check the store for more info about Microsoft Consumer Engagement Hub.
Yep. Better copy the clipboard.
Yep, better copy the clipboard.
Just step
What's
away
that
from
one?
me, butterfly piece.
Oh yeah, on the Galaxy Book. Yeah, I don't like this one. It's just it's not like the MacBook butterfly keyboard where it was actually kind of like tactile. Like, it actually was not the worst. It wasn't great, but it wasn't the worst. This is just like, it's in a league of its own where I was like, I don't know what to think of it. It feels like it's mushy in a sense. Like, it doesn't really have a lot of tactileness to the keys on like a MacBook one. So, not my favorite at all, personally. So that's not too bad of a deal. 5625U. I don't like the RAM, but you could probably upgrade it on this because I think it's just standard 2 SODIMM slots. It's not a bad machine otherwise. What's up? Oh, yeah.
I got the notification right as I was swiping down my command center. So
Yep. So you got the blur on top of your blur, so you can blur while you blur.
Yeah.
Pretty much. That's a yeah. That's a good screen. Love it. Oh my goodness. All right, so I'm gonna make this quick because I'm in the middle of downtown Portland, so I don't want to obviously go flashing this stuff out in public, but I figured I'd give you guys a quick look at what I've managed to find. So this is open box, which actually doesn't really bother me all that much, but this was the Zephyrus that I was looking at previously, and this one is, I think they call this the G15 or something, like, yeah, GA503 or whatever, it doesn't matter. Anyway, it was marked as open box satisfactory, which I'm not sure why, because, well, as you can see, other than maybe like a couple of crumbs or maybe like specks of dust and like this animatrix looking screen thing, which I think is what this is, all the stuff will just rub off. It's just smudges, that's all it is, and this is obviously aluminum, but like it's all gonna come off. On the bottom, there's like a couple of remnants of where it was used. Not a big deal. Again, that'll all clean up. It looks great. It honestly looks great. And on the inside, again, a little bit of dust, but really it's not bad. The touchpad feels great. There's no stuck keys on the keyboard, and it honestly feels like a very nice machine. And the fact it was open box satisfactory means that I got a pretty nice discount on top of the already existing like $400 off on this machine and my trade-in discount. And so this machine ended up being like, I think around $380 for me out of pocket, out the door. So how can you go wrong with that? Like, holy crap, that was a deal. So this will be my machine I take with me on the go for gaming when I'm out at my mom's house and or some other things, and I think it'll do quite well. So Ryzen 9 with a RTX 3060. I'll talk about the specs later in more detail, and so we'll just go from there. But yeah, just a little bit of a teaser anyway as to why I came down here primarily. And so yeah, I shall talk more about that here in a little bit. We're about to go and run a couple other little doodads and things. Chris had to make a stop here at the Walgreens, so we're going to take care of that first. Then we're going to stop by GameStop, and then I think we're going to go meet up with a friend. We're going to go get some mac and cheese down here at the Herbs Mac and Cheese down in Hawthorne, and just hang out for a little bit, socialize, pretty much is what we're going to be doing. So how about that? So good deal, I think. Let me know down below. Well, obviously let me know down below after I give you the specs, obviously. All right, next up, good old, yep, GameStop. We're at the old Lloyd Center here, so, Lloyd. Well, that's gotta suck. Nice big old roof leak. Jeez. It has been a minute since I've been in a mall.
Especially this one.
Especially this one.
I've been to this one a couple times.
Right.
I've been to this one.
Makes sense. Okay, next up, this spot, for what it's worth. All right, so that's my haul, and that's Chris's haul, so
You got a big old Optimus Prime helmet.
Right. The thing looks like kind of dope, though, not gonna lie.
Got it for $80.
Yep, and then here's my haul. So ended up with Forza Motorsport 5 because I didn't have it, and then Sea of Thieves on physical, and then Kingdom Come Deliverance, and then the Outer Worlds because, well, why not? All games that I either really wanted to have on physical or just wanted to, whatever. So, yeah, I have them now. And I get to go back out the good entrance, which was, well, the one with the leak in the ceiling. So, the good. Wow, check that out, old Volvo. Wow.
It's in the moss green and everything.
That is very beautiful. I like that. All right, so now we just have a quick walk down the street. Probably not the most ideal parking, but whatever. We're not staying here permanently, so whatever. But yeah, down we go. Well, across we go at some point. Yep. Don't blame them. That's pretty much what I'm gonna have to do. Oh, there you go.
Kind of what you got to do in a city like that.
Exactly. Pretty much. And there we are. Very E. A little bit of weight distribution problem. I should have gotten on camera, but we just started like the table, so oops. Anyway,
Yeah,
so
the table's got the hydraulics.
yeah, right. So yeah, mac and cheese, then mac and cheese.
Ooh,
So eat. We're gonna eat. So yeah. Okay, last stop for the road. Couldn't help ourselves.
Got a Slurpee.
Got a little Slurpees. So yeah, we're getting on the road, getting out of Crazy Town here, pretty much. So these can just go wherever at this point. So yeah. One jump cut later, and we are finally back home. So at this point, he's unloading his stuff, and then I'll be home, and then I'll show you guys around the new toy once I get it in the house. A little bit of snow. Of course, that's not unexpected because we knew that going into this, and it was raining pretty hard on the way home. I was going to film it, but I decided, nah, I need to drive because I want to get home before it gets dark and stuff like that. So in any case, yeah, we're back. So I will just pick back up shortly here after he unloads. So All right, now that I've had some time to kind of break this machine in and get to kind of know it a little more, I figured I would show it off now. So here is the Zephyrus G15 in all of its glory, including the RGB keyboard. So first impressions so far are absolutely wonderful. I'm really liking the machine so far. The gaming performance is awesome, and the fact that this has a mux switch is even better. So that allows me to use the discrete only in the integrated solution anyway, and that way you get a little bit more GPU power. And this thing can push quite a bit of GPU power indeed, so much so that I noticed that it was pulling from the battery. So yeah, I'm gonna have to be a little careful with that, but that means that it's working, so that's always a good thing. That 3060 can pull like 115 to 145 watts of juice, so holy moly, this thing can pull. And the CPU, it can boost upwards into the 45 watt range, even though this is theoretically a 35 watt TDP part. So whatever this thing is doing in its turbo mode, my goodness, and including the mux switch, this thing can game, and it can game very well at that. So that's at least as a positive first impression. But it definitely, you can hear it. This thing definitely gets very loud. The fans, when under load, they're definitely not joking around. So at least it has that going for it. And the temperatures are still reasonably good. So at least I've got that to be thankful for, at least for the time being, while the thermal paste or thermal interface, whatever this uses, is still pretty good. Another positive, the keyboard, as I tested in the store, feels really good. Really nice to type on. The trackpad is a glass trackpad and it feels awesome to use, nice and precise. It is a diving board mechanism, but you get what you pay for on a machine like this. It ain't a fancy MacBook trackpad, but hey, it's at least a glass trackpad. I'll be thankful for that much. And another positive is the speakers. They're surprisingly good on this machine. I was genuinely not expecting it. I'm not going to obviously play a music test, but I'll use an Action Retro video here for reference just because, well, why not?
It's an ant. Here on Action Retro, we do a lot of PCI-based Power Mac shenanigans. And one of the things we like to do is outfit machines with FireWire and USB controller cards and get them booting off of SATA and an SSD, which is a little bit ridiculous.
So yeah, they're actually like pretty good, honestly. I could actually see myself using this machine for some listening to music, or perhaps maybe if I had to, some actual editing, for if I had to do some video editing. They're really pretty good for what they are, and they get reasonably loud too, so that's always a bonus. As far as other things are concerned, I do like that this has a full-size Ethernet port, as well as a full-size HDMI 2.1, and a couple of Type-Cs that will, well, if they're in focus maybe, one of which is also, I believe, USB 4, so that's pretty nice. And of course on the other side, which you can't really see too well, there's another Type A port as well as a micro SD card slot. The screen on this particular model is, well, of course, one of the reasons why I got it, which was it's Quad HD 2560 by 1440 at 165 hertz, which is absolutely like amazing to me anyway. I mean, obviously, with the machine I have now, or what I was using now, which was it was a Lenovo Legion 5, that had a 1080p 144 hertz display, and it was still perfectly good. I got by with it, and it was a 15-inch as well, so I wasn't hurting for resolution any, but I mean, hey, if I had the option to go 1440p, then why not, right? And it's also nice that this has a webcam, because I know some of these Zephyruses from a couple of generations ago didn't even have a webcam, so it's nice that this one has it, although it is only 720p, but it works and it looks okay. I'm not going to obviously show myself on camera right now because I look ugly, but whatever. So as far as the specs, because I knew I was probably going to have to show this at some point, because before I forget, I need to do that. I'll just go ahead and do a quick... Oh, right, for some reason the menu's broken, whatever. So here you go. It's a Ryzen 9 6900HS CPU, 16 gigs of DDR5. It's running Windows 11 Home right now. And then as far as the GPU goes, this is a full power, and quite literally full power, RTX 3060. Obviously, they didn't make a 3060 Ti laptop, so 3060 is what we got here. And yeah, this thing, like I said, it can pull like friggin' 105 watts, 115 even when it's boosting. Like, this thing ain't joking around. It can pull some serious power. So it is really nice. And yeah, it doesn't have the same core count as a desktop 3060, but dang, it really, in this machine, it shines, in my opinion. It's way better than the 2060 laptop I was using before. Not that that was a slouch by any means. In fact, I think the CPU was probably the thing that was holding that laptop up a little bit, but it was far better than some of the other 2060 laptops I've used, so I guess I can't complain too much. And especially for the price I paid, I'm not going to complain at all. So yeah, this is definitely a huge leg up over that machine. Now, I don't think this has the fancy Animatrix display on the back, nor do I really care about that, because it's not really a feature I'm looking for, per se, because I don't have it at LAN parties, so I don't need to show off with something like that. But it does have a nice reflective pattern on the back, which is nice too. So credit where it's due. But yeah, I mean, honestly, all things considered, I mean, this is a very nice machine. It's nice that there's no stupid soft touch stuff on this, because I absolutely despise that soft touch crap, because it'll turn to goo in like 15 years, or heavy wear or whatever, and I just don't want to deal with that. The keyboard is one thing, but the palm rest, no, just knock it off. Either just give me a nice smooth plastic like I think this is, or maybe this is aluminum with some kind of special coating on it or whatever that makes it feel not really like metal. So it's kind of an interesting design choice, I guess. In any case, let me get these DMs off the screen so you don't have to look at them, because I forgot to put my Discord in Do Not Disturb. Oopsies. So there it is. This is the machine that I probably won't show too much on video. I mean, I'll probably show it on video. There's going to be times where it's going to be on video. Don't obviously worry about that. But this will be, hopefully anyway, my main machine that I'm going to hang on to for at least a while, because this thing is really genuinely nice. And so the CPU is pretty good. The GPU is excellent. The muck switch is working, and it delivers very awesome performance. And so yeah, one thing though that I was wondering is that this machine has kind of a possibly undersized power supply. It's a 200-watt brick, and like I was mentioning, sometimes when you're under like extreme gaming loads, it would start pulling from the battery, and I noticed the charging light would come on and it couldn't quite sustain itself. So I don't know what that's about. Maybe because the GPU is pulling so much power. I did limit the frame rate in GTA 5 to half VSync, which in this case would be about 82 and a half or something, 83 frames per second, somewhere in that rounding error. So that way it would push so much power that it would start hurting the battery and draining it while I'm playing games. So definitely got to watch out on that. But I think for most intensive things, it's going to be fine, because it's not like I'm going to go too ham crazy. I don't know, maybe I'll see if I can buy a larger power supply to use instead of the 200 watt that it comes with, which is kind of strange. It comes with only 200 watts, but whatever. I guess most people probably won't be using the muck switch for anything. So whatever. But yeah, there's the Zephyrus G15. I'm going to definitely upgrade the storage. 512 gigs is not really enough, but it's Gen 4 NVMe, so that's pretty speedy stuff. So I'll probably just invest in another drive, probably like a 1 terabyte drive or something, and upgrade it in the second M.2 slot. So at least it's got that going for it. So in any case, that's pretty much going to wrap up this video. Well, hopefully anyway. Hope you guys liked it, and if you did, well then you know what to press. If you didn't like it so much, well then you also know what to press. Get subscribed down below, somewhere down there. I do upload rather infrequently, so it'd be good to obviously click the bell so you don't miss when I upload. And with that, I'm going to get out of here. So as always, thank you all for coming to watch, and I'll see you all in the next one.